Hey there everybody, welcome back to another Diablo IV video. I'm Captain Beefy, this is the Game Vault, and I'm going to ask you a question. Does the Diablo IV endgame suck? Let me know down in the comments your thoughts about the endgame and the current state of it as it is right now. We'll cue up the music, and afterwards, I'll tell you what I think. Alright, first and foremost, as I've mentioned before in many videos, I've played Diablo since the original. The only one I skipped was that Diablo Immortal abomination that they released for telephones. You know, I wasn't about to get involved in microtransaction hell with that game. Even though there's quite a few, I would call these more macro transactions in Diablo 4 than microtransactions, the way that shop is priced. But in any case, it's not stuff that you need to progress through the game. Now there's a battle pass that comes out every 3 months that'll cost you money if you choose to pay it. It only gets you cosmetics on top of what you get for free for playing the season, so there is a difference. It's subtle, but it's there. But what do I think about the endgame? So I'm level 85 now, and I've been rocking and rolling this game since the 1st of June. Couldn't wait to get it. You know, I had mixed emotions ahead of time a little bit, but as the game got closer and closer and I saw more and more about it, I decided, you know what, I'm going for it, I'm buying it, I'm going to be there day one, try it out and see what I think, and I love it. I've played it single player, I've played it multiplayer, I beat the campaign, I've got 100% renown in every area, I cleared out every single dungeon, got every aspect, got all the altars of Lilith, I've found every region in every area, you know, I'm not missing anything there. I do probably have a few dozen side quests I need to finish up, and that's about it. I will have 100% of the game. I've even done a little PvP. You know, not a lot, but a little bit. I've participated in world boss fights. I've participated in Legion events. I've participated in the Hell Tides. All that fun stuff. And now I'm grinding to 100. I want to get to 100 before Season 1 begins. And that's going to be tough. I got, what, 10 days left? You know, so I got a long way to go on that. I need to do a couple levels a day and really dedicate some time to it to get there. But, you know, it's possible. And even if I don't get there before Season 1 starts, once I get my seasonal character through the seasonal journey, I'll come back and finish off this beautiful sorceress named Morgana, who's dressed in red today because that's her Helltide outfit. We were playing Helltide earlier. Anyway, we're playing a Helltide now. So what do I think of the endgame? I see a lot of complaining on Twitter, on Reddit, in the actual forums for Diablo 4, you know, on the Blizzard website. A lot of people are saying that the game is dead, the endgame sucks, it's boring, it's impossible to level up. And there's a lot of negativity out there. And I understand the way the internet works. The way the internet works is it amplifies the voices of the distressed. And I see that all the time. And I'm not going to make light of anybody's opinion of the game. You paid good money for this game. If you don't like it, you have every right to air your grievances out. I get it. You know, it's not for everybody. Me personally, I'm digging the endgame. And I'll tell you why I'm digging the endgame. Right now, I've got a non-traditional build. I've got a Blizzard build. This is not one of the meta builds that everybody's playing. This isn't the Ice Shards build for this Sorceress. This is something I've worked with from day one, and I've been slowly but surely improving it, making it better, trying to figure things out, and get this character tougher and stronger, and you know, get her ready to take on Uber Lilith, which is my ultimate goal. I faced off against Uber Lilith a couple times so far, and was soundly and embarrassingly defeated. Not even worth your video footage because it would be a 5-second. I don't think I had enough footage to make it short unless I include the whole run through the opening part of that little area to get to her. But yeah, she just soundly pounded me into the dirt. But I will kick her ass, I promise you that. And I'm going to try to do it with this build, and I'm going to try to get better and better and better at it. But so what do I do to entertain myself during this time? So I'm grinding. And I'm finding myself leveling up still, even in my 80s, even in my mid-80s, pretty rapidly. You know, if I put down a couple hours, I can get up there a level. I'm not speed running stuff because I don't have the fastest, speediest build to destroy everything. I'm not, you know, a lot of guys have calculated maximum DPS and all that, and to go through and just shred through and get to level 100 or whatever. That's not my game style. That's not my gameplay style. My gameplay style, you know, I'm in it to have fun and to make this build work. So, but what I do is I enjoy Nightmare Dungeons, and I'm comfortable beating dungeons 3 levels above myself now. Fairly easy. I think I've got the equipment now, and I think I've got the gameplay down. I understand how this character excels, what she does best, and how to play her. So Nightmare Dungeons are an absolute blast for me. It's a great way to get money, get equipment, and maybe get lucky and get some aspects in there. Upgrade my glyphs for my Paragon board, and more importantly, level. I level pretty quickly in Nightmare Dungeons. I can jump up there a little bit. When Helltides are up, I do Helltides. And I try to hit them up every other hour for as much as I can. You know, I do a lot of filming, I do this, I do No Man's Sky, so I don't have the time to just come home from work and play Diablo straight through with nothing else. So I do suffer a little bit because of that, but I enjoy Helltide events, and whenever I can, I participate in them. I go for the box of mysteries, and then sometimes I'll just target a couple other boxes while I'm there. Now, when I'm in Helltides, I also like to mix it up and do some events that are going on inside of there, because I collect the obols, and I spend those obols then gambling for aspects and pieces of equipment that I want to upgrade. And right now I'm working on pants. I really want some new pants. These aren't fitting right anymore. But yeah, I want to upgrade my pants severely, and I need the aspect that I want for it. And I also need a very good, rare pair of pants worthy of the aspect. So I will find one of those before the other. If I'm really lucky, I'll find it in one gambling of the ovals. But, you know, that's kind of tough. But I also like to, when I'm doing these things, work on Whispering Trees, you know, the Whispering tree missions. And a lot of people poo-poo those, you know. I dig them. I think they're pretty cool. It's another way that you can maybe target something, because when you complete the favors, when you complete 10 favors, you can turn them into the tree, and you get a choice of 3 boxes of stuff, right? They'll tell you boots, rings, chaos, whatever. And you know, I'm hoping pants are in there. If pants aren't in there, then I'll go with something else, rings or whatever. I don't care, you know, just something. You always get some decent gear out of it. So that's something I really try to mix in when I'm doing Helltide events or just whatever. I like to run around and do some Whispering Tree events a couple times a day. I participate in every world boss that I am online for, and I remember to engage with. I like the world bosses. They're quick. Inevitably, I spend more time traveling there and hanging out waiting for it to start than we do fighting the boss. It's just, that's the way it is these days. I mean, I've seen bosses melt in 20 seconds, man, sometimes. If you've got a really good crew in there, and you've got some of these heavy hitters, holy cow, the boss just melts down into nothing, and you're done. You know, done. I mentioned Legion events earlier. That's another thing I participate in quite often. I don't do them every single time. They take a lot longer than a world boss, but you know, they are fun. And that's another group effort thing, and it's just basically waves and waves of creatures, and you know, bad guys that you gotta kill, and you get some decent prizes at the end. Hopefully, you know, you never know. Everything's so random in the game, but that's, you know, these are the things I do to try to beef my character up. You know, I'm getting 4 Paragon points of level, so I've got 1 more for this level before I hit level 86, and then, you know, I'll have 14 more levels to go at 4 points each. That's, you know, that's almost 60 more Paragon points. So I'm enjoying filling out that board, getting those glyphs in there, leveling those glyphs and all that, and trying to make my character as strong and as powerful as possible. But you know, the main thing I'm doing all these other things for, and this is what keeps me engaged in the game, is the loot hunt, right? Now, a lot of people are complaining about the uber rares, so to speak, the Shaco and Dario's Visage and all that kind of stuff. I'm not worried about those. I am not building a character that's going to depend on using one of those to succeed, you know? And quite frankly, looking at them, I mean, some of them are really good, would be definitely a huge asset to me, but none of them are build defining for the character I'm building, you know. There are some nice uniques that I would like, you know, and I'm hopefully going to find one of those somewhere. I already got the boots, the ones that let me put the trail of cold behind me and all that, give me some increased movement speed. I traded off a little intelligence for that. And it was with a lot of trepidation I did that because I liked having my intelligence above 1,000. It did drop me below it. Since then, I've gotten back above it. But, you know, I liked having that high intelligence because that's what my character's based off of. But, you know, but there's some other uniques I would like. And, you know, that's part of the thing is, you know, grinding for them. Am I going to get them? You know, I got to get them. I got to get them. So that's what's driving me, is to find these perfect or these great items that I can make better to farm aspects, and I do that by, you know, gambling obols, Tree of Whispers missions, and then just random drops from dungeons and Helltide events. You know, if I'm looking for something that drops mostly off of pants, and when I do Helltide events, I'll do a couple of the mystery chests, and then I'll look for the pants chests and do those, you know. It's 75 things for it, so why not, right? It's a lot easier than getting another 175 and see it on the map real quick. You go right to it, be done with it. I do the mystery chests first, and then I'll target those afterward. You know, and I usually walk away with something decent at least. I can't use, you know, I throw out more loot than you can imagine, and I'm very picky with it, but I'm also not micromanaging it. You know, I'm looking to get everything above level 800, although I'm starting to, you know, I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. So I think the endgame's fun. I think the endgame is absolutely a blast. I remember the Diablo 2 endgame, the grind for the perfect loot in that game. Oh, man, that was brutal. Getting all the runes to make those rune words you really want to make, getting that last set piece or a set you wanted to complete for a specific build. That was a lot of work. You know, Diablo 3 felt like it gave you everything very easily. A lot more easily than 4 does and that 2 ever did. So, yeah, it was rewarding to play it because of that, but it was also kind of like, alright, well, you know, I got everything now. What's next? You know, this gives me a reason to come back. I'll log in every night and say, you know what, I'm going to do 2 Helltide events, I'm going to do some Nightmare Dungeons in between, and I'm going to try to gather up at least 2 sets of favors for the Tree of Whispers, and maybe fill up my obols one time to 1,000 and gamble it all away, see what I walk away with. If I do all that and I come away with one piece of equipment or one perfect aspect that I can use, then I'm happy because I'm like, alright, I made some progress here. It might not help me tonight because I only have the piece of equipment, not the aspect, or vice versa, but I will get there. And that's what's really, really important. So yeah, I'm totally digging the end game. You know, plus I'm an older gamer, so I remember games that were, there was no end, you know. You played Space Invaders and it just got faster and faster and faster until it was physically impossible to beat it, you know. That's the way games used to be. They just got faster and faster and faster. Everything got faster and harder. Pac-Man did faster and faster, all the craziness and all that. So, you know, an endgame thing, and then later on when you beat a game, the game was over. The credits rolled, and goodbye. You were done. You know, there was no DLC, there was no patch, there was none of that. You just, okay, what's next? You know, or do I play this again on a harder level, or whatever, you know. So I get what some people are saying about the end game here. It may seem a little bit boring, but if you're bored with it, maybe you're not doing enough. You know, maybe you're not mixing things up enough. I know I would get bored of just grinding out Nightmare Dungeon after Nightmare Dungeon after Nightmare Dungeon over and over again. If that's all you're doing and you're bored, I can see why you're probably bored, and I get it. You know, maybe mix it up, do some Helltides, hop in on a World Boss event or a Legion event, go do some Tree of Whispers stuff, gamble some obols. You know, you're going to be making XP doing all these different things, maybe not at the rate that you want because you're just looking to do the grind and get there as fast as you can, but again, if it's boring that way, then try something different. Maybe you'll enjoy it, you know, maybe not, I don't know. Well, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thanks for listening to me talk today. It's, you know, just one of those days. I'm Captain Beefy. This is the Game Vault. This has been another Diablo 4 video. If you haven't done so, please leave a like on the video down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell for notifications. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.